Andrew Smith back at New Palestine High School. The New Palestine Dragons and Mount Vernon Marauders tied at 29 as we head to the third quarter. Dawson Eastus leading the way for the Dragons with 10. Maximus Gizzi and Dylan Romine 7 each. Peyton Metters leads the Marauders with 13 points. Mount Vernon will begin the second half with the basketball, moving from left to right as you envision this court in your mind's eye. Near packed house here at New Palestine this evening to witness the 75th edition of this rivalry. Marauders begin with their original 5 starters: Keith Rupert, Eric Hurd, Peyton Metters, Kate Gentry, and Ryan Morris. The Dragons have their original starting 5 of Maximus Gizzi, Matthew True, Dawson Eastus, Dylan Romine, and Kyle King. Rupert drives from the left wing and goes right to the hoop and scores with a good strong drive, and he gives the Marauders a 31-29 lead. On the first possession of the second half, Dragons attack for the first time after the break as well. Dylan Romine catches right baseline, turnaround jumpers around and in. We have a whistle after the basket. The basket by Dylan Romine is good, and then Dawson Eastus was called for a pushing foul after the shot. So give Romine the basket, a turnaround jumper from the right baseline, and then Eastus is called for his first foul. Eric Hurd will bring it across for the Marauders. True picks him up between the circles. Left wing pass for Rupert. Gizzi guarding him, both teams in a man-to-man. Here's a feed to a flaring Morris, now back out to Rupert. Drives left side of the lane, hooks it over to Gentry, right down Main Street. He can't get it to go with the left hand. Good defense from Eastus. Matthew True with the rebound for the Dragons. He'll bring it across. Feed Romine. Open 3, left corner. Good! Dylan Romine's second triple of the game. He's got 12. The Dragons lead it by 3. Metters the other way, puts up a runner. It won't go. Rebound comes out long. Taken away from Eastus by Gentry, and he scores. Dawson Eastus was off to the races, and Kate Gentry just took the ball right out of his hands and drove down the lane from the top of the key to score. Dragons lead by 1. Gizzi with it on the right wing. Top of the key feed for Romine, knocked away by Rupert. Rupert claps his hands in frustration as Romine gets the basketball. To True, curling to the top of the key. Matthew on the dribble on the left hand, drives left side of the lane, pitches to Romine, open 3, left corner is short. Rebound fought for and pulled out of there by Peyton Metters, who had the block out position. Gentry quickly up to Hurd, left wing for the Marauders. Back out to Metters, and now bounces it over to Rupert, high right. 6:15 to go. Third quarter, Dragons with a 1-point lead. Ryan Morris goes to the left side to Hurd, and he'll dribble it into the high circle to start the offense. Left wing pass nearly stolen by Gizzi. Instead, they find Metters open to the left corner for 3. It won't go. Rebound skies into the air, into the weak side, and is pulled down by Dawson Eastus of New Palestine. Maximus Gizzi dribbles to the right wing, hands off to Matthew True. NBA 3, good! Matthew True with a long 3, his 8th point. The Dragons lead at 37-33. New Palestine's hit 7 triples in this game. That's Matthew's second. Rupert off of Gentry's screen to the left side for Mount Vernon. Recoils, pulls up at the elbow, and knocks down a 15-footer. Keith Rupert's got 9, 4 of those here in the third quarter, and the Dragon lead is 2. 5:23 to go as Gizzi crosses midcourt. King and Eastus out high to set screens. Eastus now catches the pass, brings it back out to Gizzi. Over to Dawson Eastus, left wing. Now to Kyle King, top of the key. They curl True off of a cut as they swing it around to Eastus in the corner. 3 in the air is a little strong. And the rebound pulled out of the air by Kate Gentry of Mount Vernon. Dragons lead by 2. Marauders with the basketball. Rupert, top of the key. Takes a couple of dribbles, thought about the drive, recoils, and now hands off to Morris. He'll bring it to the top of the key, back out, look to drive on King. Goes right to the hoop. King blocks his shot out of bounds. Second block of the night for Kyle King. Mount Vernon will retain possession with 4:47 to go. King, one of a handful of state championship football players on this team. Be receiving the rings next Friday night on senior night against Greenwood. Marauders with the basketball. They'll bring it out high to Gentry after they inbounded. And now to Rupert, who will reset the offense between the rings. Right wing pass Gentry. Spins on Eastus as an open 17-footer. It's around and no good. Rebound tipped up in the air. Dawson Eastus gets it, clears it to King as Eastus was falling out of bounds. Matthew True to bring it across for the Dragons. He'll pull up top of the key. 3 in the air with a hand in his face. and he knocks it down. Matthew True has hit 2 threes in the third quarter. The Dragons lead it by 5. That was off the dribble with Eric Hurd's hand literally right in his face. Almost in between his arms. That's 11 for True. Hurd with it, driving on True to the elbow. Pitches it out to Metters, who's flaring out to the left wing. Metters now on the dribble. Pitches out now to Keith Rupert, who will bring it top of the key. Recoil. Left side of the lane. Up to Hurd. 3 in the air from the left corner. Grazes the front of the rim. And the rebound lands into the hands of Dawson Eastis. Dragons lead by 5. 3:43 to go third quarter. Maximus Gizzi. Hesitation dribble, crosses over into the lane, pulls up, and now gives to Dylan Romine. He'll drive to the free throw line. Pitch to Gizzi, right wing. Whistle away from the ball, and we got a foul on the Marauders. Some tight play in the post, and Eric Hurd just got his third foul. Both teams going to the bench. Brandon Bell checking in for Mount Vernon to replace Hurd, and Maxon Huck to replace Dawson Eastis for the Dragons. 3 Dragons in double figures, Eastis, Romine, and True. Romine has the basketball, hands off to Gizzi. Maximus on the dribble. Step back 3 from the left wing. Good! Maximus Gizzi knocks down the Dragons' 4th 3 of the third quarter, and suddenly it's an 8-point New Palestine lead. Some hot shooting by the Dragons has turned the tide. Mount Vernon started the game by hitting 4 threes. The Dragons have hit 4 in this quarter to turn what was at one time a 7-point deficit into an 8-point lead. Metters top of the key, slides it to the right side, hands off to Morris. Drives right side of the lane, cut off by King. Puts up a shot, it won't go. Rebound lands into the hands of Maximus Gizzi after falling to the floor. Gizzi across midcourt for the Dragons. Hesitation dribble to the top of the key, now feeds Romine. He'll drive from the wing to the middle of the lane, put up a runner and hit it. Dylan Romine has 14, 7 here in the quarter. It's a 10-point lead. Timeout, Mount Vernon. 2:45 to go, third quarter. The Dragons have outscored the Marauders 16-6 since halftime. Coach Rhodes wants a full timeout, so we'll take one too. 45-35 Dragons. You're listening to Dragon Basketball on New Pal Radio.